Welcome in, welcome in. How are you doing, Lumineers? Right now we do not have any lights because we're gonna start everything from scratch. That's why we have also Lumiastream in the first window. When we actually started, we uh, we need to add connections. I currently have, as some of you guys are still doing it, like all the chats in a different window to be able to see them. So I'm gonna hold them over there on the other screen so I can actually read your chat as well while we're doing this. And we're gonna start first with the OBS connection. And in order to do that, well, first we're gonna have to start with the platform connections, but we can also go into OBS over here so we can take rid of this first thing. So if you click over here, you're gonna have the option to go with WebSockets 4.9, which is for OBS version 27 and below. And if you have OBS version 28 and further newer, you will gonna be able to go and connect with WebSockets 5, which we also recommend to. In order to do that, you're gonna have to go in your OBS and click on Tools and WebSocket Server Settings. Over here, by default, you have the enable authentication. If you have that, make sure that you place a password, or if you do not want to use enable authentication, like in my case, I will just gonna disable that. In case you are using a two PC setup and OBS and Lumiastream are on different computers, you're gonna have to place over here your host IP where the OBS it is. You can easily find it out in your network settings by going network connections, and then from your Ethernet, you can click status, and then if you click details, your local network will gonna be shown over here. In my case, this is the IP address, which is 192.168.9.188. This is my own local IP address, which I should be placing it over here in case I was using 2PC setup. But since I'm not doing that, we're gonna have 127.0.0.1, which means local host. And right now, if I do enable also the WebSocket server and click connect over here, you're gonna see that inside OBS, I already have a connection available. So we're gonna be having it that, clicking apply, okay, and I can move this one on the other side. I wanted to take that first step because I want to place all the chat inside Lumiastream, so I do not have 3 different windows where I'm reading chat. I'm gonna take a second and welcome everybody. Welcome Complete Thor. Welcome UI Thinker. Welcome Killing All Hope. Killing All Hope. That's a nice nickname over there. This is a chatbot, but not just a chatbot. It's a lot more than that. It can control absolutely everything. It can do absolutely everything that you can imagine with a program that helps you push your stream to the next level. So I'm gonna show you today the core basics and how to actually add those connections, and then we're gonna go on top of that as we go with the next streams. Welcome Cove, welcome Light, Ticker, welcome in. So after we done the OBS connection, we're gonna go and add our platforms. So we're gonna go with Twitch first. And here I have basically the capabilities and also the permissions that I want to Lumia to have on Twitch. And I'm gonna go and just click everything. You can go and manage those, but I do recommend everything because if not, there are gonna be some things that you will not gonna be able to control inside Lumia. So I'm gonna click next over here, and I'm gonna just copy the authentication link. You can click connect, but I need to go to a different page over here, and I'm gonna place that authentication link, and that will gonna bring me to this place where I'm gonna have to do a two-factor authentication. Clicking authorize, and automatically Lumiastream receives the permissions, and now we have Twitch connected. I'm gonna go and do exactly the same thing on YouTube. We're gonna go and click next, copy the authentication link. I think this is on a different window. And we will gonna place it over here. And unfortunately, I don't think I can do that because I'm not really connected to Lumiastream. Let me check. Nope. So I cannot do that on this place. Okay, we're gonna skip YouTube. I'm streaming on YouTube, but I'm not the owner of the channel over there. So I'm gonna click close, and we're gonna go on kick and allow Lumia to read user stream URL and the stream key. I'm gonna copy that. I'm gonna open again this page, paste it here, and again a two-factor authentication. This is the permission that you are giving. If some of them are missing, like read chat and something like that, you're not going to be able to use it on Lumia. So I do recommend you always check all of them. Click allow access, and then that thing gets completed. So we added all the platforms over here, and we're going to click continue. This is your main screen where you're going to be able to set your language, your currency, and your default color scheme, where you can actually change this now. Like if you want to go darker, you can go with gray. And you can start the tutorial over here, but we're gonna skip it. We're gonna go with the basic installation. Welcome in Tango. I hope I'm not missing anybody. All right. So after that, you're gonna see that your connections will gonna be shown in this widget. This is the dashboard, and everything inside here, we're gonna call them widgets. And since we just connected for the first time, we're gonna give it a refresh. And now everywhere that we have it connected in Twitch and also Kick, we're gonna post a message is here. For this multi-chat to work and to be also docked in OBS, I'm gonna bring the OBS inside here. As you can see, I do not have anything docked. We're gonna go under the Lumia link. It's on the streaming tools. If you click Lumia link, then you have here a dock chat, dock commands, dock controller, all pages with navigation. I do like the dock chat because this will gonna be having just the chat over here. So if I go on the docs in OBS and go inside custom browser docs, we can set a new one, Lumia chat, and just paste the URL over there and click apply. And I can dock it wherever I want. And right now, I do have my chat over here. I'm gonna clear it because it also contains history. So right now, if you should type a message inside Kick or Twitch, the messages will gonna be showing on top over here. And you can always make it to go from top to bottom. This is my own personal preference, but you can always change it from here for the chat to flow from the bottom to the top. As well, you can change the colors if you do not like. If you want the background color to be more gray, you can go over here and I guess it's, there you go. Now I made it a bit more gray inside there. So you can make it to match the same thing as you have it in OBS. All gonna be merging out pretty nicely. Bro, thank you for the sub. Apparently, we do still have the alerts from the other profile. I think I forgot to remove it from inside OBS. So let me move this back. Since we do have the chat, we don't need that except YouTube. I'm sorry, YouTube. I'm gonna be having that on the next stream. Right now, I cannot. I'm gonna have it pulled up separately. So after you do that, we're gonna go and add also meld connection. Well, OBS it's not the only streaming broadcasting platform. You can also use Stream Labs. You can also use Meld. You can use any other thing that you want. And I think also, do we have a connection for XSplit as well? I don't know. No. So we have Meld that we want to add as well. And in Meld Studio, you have the same. This is the local host. If you are not, you're having two PC setup, this will gonna be placed the IP address where the Meld is currently installed. Right now, Meld, I have just a base installation over here. It's up and running. So if I click connect, then Meld is also connected over here. At the bottom, you're gonna see also all of your connections. And in case something gets red or it's not working as you want, and you want to quickly open it, you can just double click the connection and we're gonna go and try to re-authenticate it. So this will gonna be speeding up, especially since, for example, you're currently modifying one of your commands, which we do not really have. We have just the base ones. And I have a issue with a Kik connection. I want to actually re-authenticate it. I can go double click on Kik, and then I can click next and go into the connection page and also authenticate on it again. Okay, let me check where those alerts are coming from, because I do not really need them over here right now, because we're gonna build I think it's on the global nested scene that I created. So we're gonna get rid of that. Okay. So now we shouldn't get any more alerts because we're gonna build it from scratch. The most important alerts that we're gonna need to add will gonna be the follower, subscriber, give subscriber, rates, bits, hype train, and then we're gonna show you how to also add it in the overlays. So we're gonna go into our alerts and let's go on Twitch first. And for example, we have the bits. By default, we have it automatically enabled, and you can click over here, nothing will gonna happen. Well, I still heard it. Did you guys heard that? I don't think you heard it, but I definitely did on my side. Let me check. Let me test again. Okay, so if you do not hear it, that's fine. I hear the old alert that I set it up previously. So right now, inside over here, you can either change your lights. Right now, we don't have any light connections. I'm gonna go through that afterwards. Where right now it's an reaction and flash. We're gonna leave it like that for now. We can place a chatbot message to say username. This is the default message. You can place whatever you want over here. Very important thing to notice. You see that this username over here has two curly brackets around it, and the same for amount and also message. These in Lumiastream are called variables. All the variables that you can use, you can actually go on the right side over here where you see this pinkish curly brackets. And if you click it, you're going to see the ones that are suggested, but also the entire list of the variables that you can use. There are a lot of them, and you can even have even more of them by creating custom ones, adding more connections, or just creating your own variables to do more complex things. We're gonna leave it just like this. We're gonna click done. We're gonna see that the chatbot has a green mark on the top. This means it has something inside. So for example, if I would go to the chatbot, disable it, click done, and then I would go back inside of it, you would see that the chatbot, when I entered the first time inside the command or also alert, you'll see that it doesn't have that green check mark on the top. That means it doesn't have anything inside. So that's why when you enable it, we're going to show it over here. Then you can go and add also TTS. The default system TTS, we're going to use one of your installed on the operating system. We're going to be different based on Windows and Mac OS or Linux. And then we have our cloud voices that you can choose. And also you have Marketplace AI TTS, where this is a voice that it was cloned based on audio track using our own method to do it. So if you do like, for example, Raft TTS,
Raft,
it's quite simple. I don't know if you can actually hear this.
Raft.
Oh, yes, you did. Okay, I can actually click use, and this will going to be used over here, and the message on the top over here will going to be also speaking out. So I can click done. Audio, you can place your audio MP3s or WAVs or other audio format from your local files. You can use Cloud URL if you do have like a subscription for audios. You can actually place the audio from a website. Then our cloud audio, this is what we do have in our Lumia library. You can use one of these ones that are already placed, or inside the asset store. This is from your local asset library. We're going to go inside that as well to talk about. So we're not going to place anything right now. Here you have conditions. This is the condition that you can create over here needs to be true in order to be triggered. Otherwise, it will not going to be triggered. So for example, if you want this particular alert to not be triggered by somebody, you're going to have to place username not equals and then the username over here. That will going to make the condition true, and it will going to run the we're going to run the alert. You can add multiple conditions, and then you have how they're called, gate logics. You can place either both of them should be true, or if you place an or over here, one of the condition needs to be true in order to run. So we're gonna just remove the conditions for now. I wanted to go and also talk about it. Let's go inside actions over here. So for example, in your Beats alert, you can do some actions. And by default, it goes to Lumia. But if you click on it, a drop-down will going to show. And this is the internal ones, the Lumia overlay API, command runner, and key mouse outputs. And then the integration needs are based on the connections that you already added into Lumia. So if you have more connections over here, we're going to find more integrations that we're going to show at the bottom. We combined everything into one place to have a list of all the actions that you can use inside your commands and alerts to be easier to follow what will going to be happening at one particular point when the command or alert is run. So for now, we're not going to add anything here. We're going to click done and complete and save. And we're going to go to the next one that we want to do, which will going to be the follower. And also this one has a base already created. and it's already activated.
200.
It was so fast, I didn't even heard it. So I think I didn't place the duration to go enough for that. Thank you for the 1 bit to test it out. So you can play with the duration on the alert from here, but you can also in the actions over here, if you have actions added, you can have wait for all the actions to complete before allowing the command to be over. Duration still counts while actions are running. So you can enable this one or can disable in case you do not have any actions.
Turaderiga, TV cheered at bits. They said, this is a cheer alert. Radu is a legend.
So now, since I increased the duration of it, now it will gonna be playing all the TTS. Before that, it was just skipping it. So let's go to follower, and inside here we have also a base alert. So in order to make this one a bit simpler, for example, I do have already a follower alert. Let's just presume that I have a follower alert for a different platform, and I want to copy it from that platform and introduce it the same way inside this one. You have at the bottom right button copy from. If you click it, then every single alert shows up. Also, your variations, your chat commands, your chatbot commands, Twitch points, Twitch extension, kick points, and chat match. They're all over here, and if you want to import it, you can import it. If I go all the way up and I search for bits, because I want to actually import exactly what we did on bits to import it to follower alert, I can click on it, and I can click complete and save. And if I go over here, you're gonna see that the lights are, of course, reaction. It was like this before, but now we have on the chat, username, cheered, amount of bits. They said message, basically exactly what it was in the bit section. Since this is a follower alert, we're not gonna use that. We're gonna just click on use default.
Tango to these cheered bits.
So I can click on use default message and click yes. And now it was changed to username. It's now following. I can click done. Going to the TTS, I can do exactly the same thing. Use the default message, click yes, and we're going to be changed to username. It's now following. You can always modify it and place anything you want here. You can also place very complex things inside using our variable system, but that's going to be into a different video where we're going to go a bit more advanced with the variables and function variables that you can actually do some logic inside this particular box. So I can click done and complete and save, and now we do have also the follower alert. And we do have also kick, right? So if I go on kick and go into the follower, and if I want to be exactly the same as I have it on Twitch, I can just edit, copy from, search for follower, Twitch follower, do a click, and then complete and save. After that, if I go and edit, now I do have exactly the same thing, username just followed, and also the same TTS with the rough voice over here. I can change the voice if I want to, and I can go to, let's go to my voices. I'm gonna use Naruto. I'm gonna click done, complete and save, and basically I just copied one alert and placed it into the next one. Can stay long packaging for vacation, but I wanted to say hi and listen in for a few. Okay, Prime, this is basically for basic things and how to actually add the connections inside Lumia for new Lumia users. If you're a bit more like you already had Lumia for a while and you're a bit more advanced, but we're gonna create some more advanced streams and videos later on. But we have to start somewhere. So we said, let's start with something basic, and then we're gonna build up from that and go to more advanced. Okay, since we do have that, let's talk about the hype train. The hype train alert has 4 alerts inside Lumia. And why is that? It's because we have a hype train started and a hype train end, right? These two are known for everybody. And then there is the hype train level progressed. This means when you go from level 1 to level 2 or from level 2 to level 3 and you want to trigger another alert, you can place it over here, as well as you can create variations. For example, you got equal to number 5 and you want to do something special when the hype train reaches level 5, you can actually add a variation for that, and this one will going to be triggered. Instead of the base alert, you can always click on this checkbox and also allow just the variations, and this will going to be skipped in case the variations are not actually matching. The hype train progressed. It's where you have a hype train and somebody actually adds something to it, so the bar actually moves forward. This is also very useful. For example, I saw somebody that created a nice animation with the hype train, where every single body that was contributing to the hype train was actually making an animation of a person goes into a train wagon, and it was actually going more persons in that train wagons, and it was making the train bigger. And it was quite a nice use case to actually have this alert. So we might actually create one of the overlays for it in the near future, because I did like very much the idea, and maybe I'll gonna just implement it myself. I have some Twitch entrances made by they never work when I'm actually streaming. I have some Twitch entrances made, but they never work when I'm actually streaming. Um, uh, Go in our Discord, make a ticket, and I'm gonna have to take a look on how you have it set it up. And if you're live, we can actually test it together. Good. So after this, we're gonna go on our raid. For raid, we have also 2 alerts. We have raid when you actually got raided, and you can make also to tell you how many viewers they was rated on, and everything like that. So, and the other one, it's raid out. The raid out alert, it's actually what happens when you do the raid. So for example, after I raid out, I can go inside here and say actions. I want to go in my OBS and stop streaming. So I want my OBS to stop streaming after I do the raid. So I don't have to do that. I can do add action. I can also add a delay of, I don't know, 1 second. And if I want to, I can go and add a command runner to actually run a shell command and also close OBS entirely after doing the raid. So this is just a use case. We're not going to do that because in case we do tests, we'll automatically stop the stream. Okay. Good. So we talked about variations. Variations, and actually, since you're there, Kuch, we can actually do a variation for the entrance. So on entrances, if you add it, you have a entrance base alert where we're going to be doing something. But if you want only variations, you can add a variation, and if the username equals to, for example, CUHH_S7, I'm going to copy that as the name as well, just to know what it is doing. And if I click edit, I can say a welcome message. Click done, complete, and save. And normally, if this was triggered, then it will going to actually say welcome the username, right? And since it's Twitch, we can actually make this one to go on Twitch platform as well. And it can also reply to the username that was actually typing the message. So if I go complete and save, and I'm going to close Lumia, let me actually minimize everything that I have behind. So if I close Lumiastream right now, and we're going to start it back up. Okay, so now we have it connected. If you type a message, Kach, it should actually trigger that as the entrance alert. So you can actually test that right now. Jackie, I have an entry command for mods, but I want a command for user X with his own emotes. He's also mod though, and Lumia is playing the mod welcome command instead of his emotes command. Can I somehow overwrite this? I want a command for user X with his own emotes. You need to know his own emotes, and also your bot needs to be subscribed to that user to actually access the emotes, Miss Jackie. So it's not an easy way to do it. So if you're not subscribed to that user with your username or the bot username to that channel, then you're not going to be able to access his emotes. If you are, then you can easily do it for sure. That's not what we're asking. So they have an entrance for mods and an entrance for the user, but only the mod entrance is triggering. So you lost me there with the mod entrance and user entrance. You have two variations with conditions for user type. We can discuss this one in Discord, Jackie, if you want to. I want to continue with the tutorial over here. So after you set up all your alerts, you're gonna see that Lumiastream has some basic commands already created for you, like red, green, blue, flash, police. And also, if you go into the chatbot commands, you have here SO from shoutouts, then commands for list of all your commands. We're gonna give you the URL where users can find those commands. The uptime, since how long you were streaming, the follow age for the users, then the is here. This is the automatically it's triggered when Lumia it's actually starting up. So this is here command, you can actually turn it off or on, depending on what you want. Then you have a raffle for doing raffles. We're gonna go through those as well. Join queue, it's for viewer queue, where For example, you're creating a queue of users to play with you, and then you want them to be in a queue, and then just select the next ones that are in queue to actually join your games. Then the points, these are for loyalty points. It's a currency system that you can create inside Lumiastream. You have also achievements based on the user profiles. Roulette, it's a mini game, as well as dual slots. And tournament allows you to create custom tournaments inside Lumiastream. We're going to talk about those as well. So let's add some other connections where you're going to be having some lights to play with, right? We're going to go in our connections, and let's say we have some Govi products, and we're going to search for Govi Cloud. And here you're going to be required to get your API token. And on the right side, you're going to find the tutorial on how to do it. Go on and open the mobile app, click on About Us, apply for key, and then but you're going to get the email with the API key, and then you can introduce it over here. I can actually do that and get it on my side. I already have a Govi API. So if I place the API key over here, I do see my my lights. And right now I do want just the smart curtain lights and the rope that it's behind me. I'm going to click next and refresh. And by default, this is the Lumia color. You're going to see by your default state, if you go inside the creator, if you click default state, you're going to see that it'll going to go to this color every single time it's triggering an alert, a command, or anything. After it's finishing, you're going to try to go back to the default state, which is this color. You can make it to be a scene or an animation as well. You can place it to be listening to your sound with Fuse. But for this, we're going to go and talk also about themes, which is the native scenes. Everything that I'm talking right here, right now, it's available for free users. So all the users can actually do everything that I just shown, except the variations that's behind premium. But themes, native scenes, so the built-in scenes inside the app, you can use it for free. You can watch the tutorial on how to do to do the themes, but for us, we have just one connection right now. We can just click Add Theme, and inside here we can say default, and then we can actually activate the Govi Cloud. And for my curtain light, I can just use a Govi Cloud scene. And if you did created DIY scenes inside their app, you're going to be able to see them here, and following by their own scenes inside. So let's actually go with transitions, for example. And if I click done and refresh, nothing will gonna happen because it's still gonna use my default state. If you go to the default state and then go to theme and select the default one that we just created, click refresh, and then you're gonna see that the colors on my my curtain, Govi curtain, will gonna be starting to change. Okay, let's add some more connections because we have more lights, not just one brand. If you are like me and have multiple, then every single time you do want to connect something with Lumia, you're gonna have to go inside the connections and add a new connection. For example, if we want to add light effects, I can click that. I need my email and password apparently. I'm gonna move this one to another screen. And after you add your username and password, you're going to have to authorize to use your account. Click OK. And then after a few seconds, if you have your lights connected, it should be showing up in here. I do have a strip. And if I click on it, this is the only one brand that currently works with zones. I can add 8 zones for my strip, and I can click next. Then I can click refresh. If I go back into my teams and edit this, I can also see the light effects. If I click that and I click on light effect scene, I can go and place a scene. For example, I want to have a run effect to move and 5 seconds to do it. And if I click done and refresh, let's see if it's gonna start triggering it. Apparently it didn't run to default. There we go. I'm gonna see that my light over here actually moves slowly from one side to the other. If I want to increase that movement, I can actually make it shorter. So for example, time per cycle, let's go 1. I'm gonna see that it's moving a lot faster. I'm gonna click done. I'm gonna refresh. And then let's go to the default state. So now that we're gonna move a lot faster over there. That's my light effects. It was not that hard to add it, isn't it? We can go again into connections and add a new connection. And this time we can go on Hue, Philips Hue. We have also support for Philips Hue Pro. If you do have the one with the rounded corners, the white one with the rounded corners, that one can support both of them, the Hue Pro and also the Hue normal. So for example, if I click on Hue Pro over here, and if I go on my device and just tap it, I'm gonna see that I have a Hue light strip. I can click checkbox, and then I can click save and refresh. That we're gonna add also the lights over here. Unfortunately, they are having nothing in the default theme that we just created, but now we can see it over here as well, and we can go with the pro scene, and let's go with night light. No, let's go Disturbia. Let's see how that looks. Is the one over here on the top. So it's doing some effect. You can also customize it inside their app, and I can click done, refresh, and now we have also hue lights. And let's go and talk about the alerts, because we did set them up, but okay, we get the alert. We have the lights going to flash and doing some stuff, but nothing we're gonna show on the screen. So if you go inside overlays, unfortunately, I couldn't start from scratch. Even if I create a new profile, the old overlays are all gonna be here. So I can add a new overlay, and then I can place alerts. Core stream, and I can add an overlay. And I did place it full HD on the top, but I do not want to have a full screen alert. So I'm gonna go and change it to something different. So for example, the OBS, when you add a browser source, we're gonna be 800 by 600, if I'm not mistaken. So if I add a new browser source, we're gonna be, width, we're gonna be 800 by 600. So let's actually make it like that, 800 by 600. And after you confirm, the canvas will gonna be resized to that size. You can click Add Layer, go to Alerts, and click Alert. And you can either leave it like it is, or you can drag it from the corners or from the sides, or you can just click on Appearance, and these diagonal arrows will gonna make it fill the entire canvas. So if I click it, automatically fills everything, and also it's exactly placed. And after that, you can click Manage Alert. And the cool thing over here is when you can add alerts by yourself and just click whatever alert that you want to use, or you can do something interesting. We can import from Lumiastream, and then you can say, I want the active alerts only that are currently on Lumiastream, or all connected alerts. So I'm going to go with only active alerts only. And it's going to be Lumia tip, raffle start, raffle stop, raffle winner, tournament, and 47 more alerts. We didn't set all 47, but those are on by default. If you click import, you're going to see all of them over here. So for example, if you didn't want Lumiastream alerts, you can just remove all of those from the platform. Then if you didn't want OBS alerts or Meld alerts, you can remove those, and then you're just with Twitch and Kick. These are by default activated inside Lumia. So for example, if I go on Kick host alert, this is active, right? So we already have like a default alert over here, sorry, where we have our Luminator on the top. And then we have our text. And I want to talk about the overlay alerts, because over here, for example, let's go for Twitch bits, for example. And we have base alert, but we can also add variations. So on the base alert, I can say cheered amount of bits. I want to have the same video, but I do want to have a different layout. So for example, I want it like here, but now I don't like the text to be up there. On these sliders, this one we're gonna move it up and down, and this one we're gonna move it left and right. So if you want it to be exactly into one position, you can actually do that. What it's more interesting in is that if I clicked on this, right, and I clicked on also on Kick, and I want also the kicks to be linked, I can just modify one, and we're going to be saving for all of them. So if I wanted to be showing like this, and I want the color, well, maybe the color we want it to be different based on the platform. So for example, this one is going to be Twitch purple. Let's try to get it like that. And we're just going to click close. If I go over here on the kicks, I'm going to see that I didn't place it where I wanted to place, because I already modified this one before, but it did keep the color. So I can change afterwards this one to just the color I wanted to. And then I have two different alerts individually. So you can do the same thing for example, on the bits section. I want multiple alerts. I want something when it's equal to 10 bits, right? So I'm going to say 10. You have to give also a name for it. And then you can go and say 20 for 20 bits. And then let's go 30 for 30 bits. Okay, and you see that all of this are looking the same. I can also click on those, right? And then I can modify all of them at once. So I can place to have a different layout. Let's this one we already did it. Let's go it's like this one. And I do like the text behind, but I do not really want to be behind. I want it to be just like this. So, and also let's go it further down. We're going to change the text style and let's make it 34 to make it more visible. And what should we do over here? I think that looks good. And of course, let's change it to each color. So all the variables will gonna be showing that color and have this pulse effect. You can also change the animation to have a different effect. Like from here, there's a lot of effects that you can choose. And you can combine everything. So for example, you can make when the alert is triggered to have a bounce in left and then to exit with a bounce out right. And you can place the duration as well. You have to take in mind of all the animations over here to add to your total duration. And after we did that and click close, now all of them, they're gonna look like this, having also that animation when they're coming in and also when we're gonna go out. So if I click emulate, this is how the alert will gonna show. We're gonna stay for about 6 seconds and we're gonna go away and we're gonna fade out. So that's the animation we created for the alert. Okay, so we created the alert and it's time to add it to your broadcasting service, right? So you're gonna be either copying the URL and adding a browser source inside OBS or Meld or Streamlabs, or if you do have a connection with OBS, this is just working for OBS, you can go inside your overlays. I need to go to the last one. At the bottom here, you see that I have open in OBS. If I click on it, then we're gonna ask me for the OBS scene. Right now, we are currently on co-working sharing screen tracked, which is this one. And if I click add, it automatically adds it, including the name that we gave over here as the overlay. And it has the same width and height that we placed inside our overlay. Otherwise, you would have to introduce all these things manually. For Meld, yeah, I'm gonna show over there, and I can actually move it around. So for Meld, you're gonna have to either click the link over here. There's like a chain icon. Thank you for the kicks frag. Appreciate it. So either you're gonna click on the link, or you will gonna be going inside where you're editing it, and you have copy URL on the top right. And if you click it, you're gonna see the URL copied to clipboard. And the same thing happens when you click over here. We're gonna say link copied to clipboard. And if you open your Meld, here we're gonna be adding a layer. And this will gonna be, of course, a browser. And inside here, you're gonna have to actually define it to be the size. We have Spark. A lot of been changed over here. So you're gonna have to click on it, go to inspector, make the width and height. The width for us, it was 800 by 600. And you see now if I modify that, it will not gonna let me. I have to unlink the aspect ratio. So 800 by 600. And now we're gonna show over there. And I have to place the URL for it. And if I enter it, now also inside the Meld, we're gonna be playing the alerts. How you're testing your alerts for your overlay? There are two ways to do that. So for example, if you're in Lumiastream and you're gonna click on the shortcuts over here, you're gonna have alerts. If we're searching for bits, and I click Twitch bits, and I enter, oh, I clicked away bits, and I place here 10, and I click test. You're gonna see that we're gonna be showing
Lumiastream cheered 10 bits. They said example message.
So that's one way to test it out. This will gonna be testing also the alert inside Lumia, not just the overlay. If you want to test just the overlay, you can open any of the overlays that you want. And here you have the button emulate. And here you have a toggle where you can actually make it to be on the overlays only. If you click it, we're gonna make it live, which will gonna trigger also the Lumia alert. So if you want to go just for the overlays only, I can go this doing the same way. Bits, and let's do 10 and emulate. Now, it will gonna be showing over here and also on the screen over there, but you didn't hear the TTS because the TTS, it's on Lumia side, not on the overlay side. If I click on it and I click emulate again,
Lumiastream cheered 10 bits. They said example message.
So that's how you're emulating your alerts. You also can emulate the alerts from the alert itself if you're opening Lumiastream and go all the way to your alert and click on the test button on the right side. We're going to do exactly the same thing. I'm going to trigger the overlay.
Lumiastream cheered 100 bits. They said the cake is alive.
And also the live one from Lumia and also the one from the overlay. So, any questions so far for this rubric? I'm open for questions. I'm sorry, YouTube. I'm having you on a separate window, so I'm checking your messages right now. But that's great. There's no messages to answer over there. If there aren't any messages, we're gonna go and continue a bit to go for a plugin that we introduced in 9.0, which is called Stream Deck. If you do have a Stream Deck, this is very interesting for you. Because, for example, if I go on the connections and add Stream Deck, Elgato Stream Deck, now I don't think I need to automatically do it. So I can go and direct download. This downloaded the Lumia plugin. I can click on this and goes to the Elgato Marketplace. And if you have it opened, let me go from here. Let's go on which one? Let's go on this one. So this is my normal Stream Deck, 15 buttons. And if I click open in Stream Deck, this automatically, it's already installed because I did all that already. And I can click next and refresh. And it should automatically connect my Stream Deck as well. And after you do that, this is a necessary step because you need the plugin inside your Stream Deck. After you did that, if you go on the plugins inside Lumia from settings plugins, you're gonna find here Stream Deck actions. We just have like 1 or 2 weeks since we went live with 9.0 completely, and it already has 300 downloads, so it's quite popular. We're gonna install it over here, and after clicking that, we're gonna go inside here, and the only thing that you need to do is gonna be opening your Stream Deck, go into your settings, and over here you're gonna have to enable the MCP actions. And if you do have this check mark, checked, you can close, and then you can actually go over here. This is going to be your local host. If you do have your Stream Deck on a different PC, you're going to have to introduce that IP of the PC and the port. And also have to play around with networking to actually forward this port. So if you activate, it is possible to set it up for multiple machines at the same time. What do you mean for multiple machines at the same time? I'm sorry for the is here showing there, because every single time I'm doing a refresh, it refreshes also the connection. We can go inside our chatbot commands and disable the is here and click refresh. Then we're not gonna spam like that. Ads, I'm sorry, Rob. I'm sorry for the ads. If we found a way to actually disable those, that would be great. But unfortunately, I do not know how to do it. Okay, so what are we were about telling about? I use Stream Deck on both my gaming PC and my streaming PC. Unfortunately, you will not going to be able to have two simultaneous connections of Stream Deck. So the short answer it's no. You can only go to one computer. So you're gonna have to choose which one you want to control also in Lumiastream. So after you did that, you have the Stream Deck Actions plugin. And for example, if I open Stream Deck, inside here, automatically it created an MCP Actions item in the dropdown. So if I click it, you're gonna have what's this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 32 buttons that you can actually use. Right now, I have this button that actually closes and opens my key light. But you can have all their things. So, for example, if I want to, let's say, I have Spotify, right? So let's say I want to close Spotify, and I want to do it with the Stream Deck action. And I go here and say close Spotify and app file. Gonna have to search for it. Oh, that's not a. Let's open. I know that opened exactly the Spotify administrator. I can find it. Okay, let's actually search for it. Do we have Spotify here? No, we do not have Spotify there, but we can go in our C program files. There's nothing here either. The other program files, nothing there either. Wow, where's my Spotify? That's weird. I don't know where it's actually, but I have a Spotify. We do not have a Spotify. Okay. Spotify app. We can go over here and just up settings. Where are you placed, buddy? Spotify. Oh, yeah, they're gonna just open this one. Okay, let's have a different one since I don't know where the executable is. Let's say we have Steam open and we want to close it. And let's say desktop, Steam. Where's my Steam? Wow, this is weird. I cannot see Steam over here either. We're gonna go with the. We have Microsoft Edge at least. Oh, it searches for executables, not for shortcuts. Okay, now I understand. So that's why it's not showing. Okay, so we have Firefox on the desktop. So let's actually try to open that. So we have Firefox, and we want to close it. And search for it. Desktop, Firefox. And we can also say, I want to force quit it. Okay. So we don't want our primary. Good. And inside Lumia, now I can actually go and create a command. Add a command. And inside the actions, where all the integrations will gonna be, have Stream Deck actions. And I can actually trigger a Stream Deck button from there and to close the Firefox. So let's have the Firefox over here opened, right? And if I click test action, let's see if it's actually closing it. Don't think that's gonna work. So I guess the close thing doesn't work at all. Let's say open instead. Bad one to try. Okay, let's do the same thing, but this time to open, because apparently it doesn't know how to close it. So let's close this one, and let's say Firefox. Should open Firefox. Let's actually remove this one. And refresh settings. And now if I click test action, I click it twice, so I have 2 windows of, actually 3 times. So click once, I'm gonna be actually triggering as it was triggering inside a Stream Deck. So this is a very nice feature, because if you do have like integration with Stream Deck and it's not currently available in Lumiastream, you can actually trigger that integration with your Stream Deck using the MCP actions. So guys, I don't want to go too long with a core tutorial. I hope that this will gonna help you understand it a bit more, especially for if you are like new into Lumia. I wanted to go and explain a bit more of user levels and queue settings, but I think we're gonna be talking about those in the next streams as well. So guys, thank you all for participating, and I'll see you on the next stream. Take care. I'm Radu, and I'll see you on Discord as well. Bye.
Everybody